Welcome to CML Infotech. Today we are talking about OSI reference model from practical oriented from CCNL. So as everyone knows about OSI layer approach, we have two models, one we called OSI, then the other one called TCP IP. The OSI total 7 layers. We start from layer 7, 6, and 5. So individually, this layer 7 called application layer, presentation layer, session layer. In reality, altogether, we call it as an application layer. The purpose of these layers, like in a simple way, from layer 7, we create a data creation. Then presentation layer, you will be automatically save the data. And when will you save the data? The data will be converted into their own format, which we call it as encoding. Data converting into a computer language called encoding. Then also have called a compression. Compression, like for example, WinZip, WinRAR, such practice to compress to get minimum amount of space, compression. Then we call it as encryption. Encryption, which means converting your original data into a ciphertext, which others cannot read it. We are securing the data. So here, encoding is the default functionality, but compression and encryption is an optional. If required, we can do it. So when you create data from the application layer, it will be saved from the presentation layer by going through encoding. Like you can see .txt, .mpeg, .jpeg kind of format. From the session layer, we shortly say that AAA. Authentication, authorization, and accounting. Also, like for some time, we will say that half duplex, full duplex, simplex. Like for example, if you have a walkie-talkie, like half duplex. If radio, simplex. If it's mobile, full duplex. So sometimes when we configure network devices on a port level, this may shows as a mismatch, like a duplex mismatch or speed mismatch. So if you have a two device, let's say connected between each other, so on the two ports where we connected must be the same speed, same duplex. We'll come across later in practical. In shortly, when we talk about layer 5, duplex and the speed is one of the criteria from the layer 5. So,
question.
Yep.
So this half duplex, like we can say that's a one-way communication.
This is half, yes, one-way communication, like a walkie-talkie.
Okay.
Like one way, but both the ways can be possible. Like if I want to talk to you, I
Once
can.
Once you get the acknowledgement, then
you can back. Yes, that's called half. Simplex means always one way, like a radio. Full means like what we do now. Both people can talk at the same time. It's called full duplex. So by going through layer 7, layer 6, layer 5, creating a data, save the data. While we save, will be considered if required authentication, like a username and password. Some documents, we will put the credential, will comes under layer 5. But in reality, all together, we call it as an application layer because we will never go for individually to save the data. Once we create the data, we have to save it. Automatically, we're going to save. And the encoding will happen automatically. So this is all about layer 7, layer 6, layer 5. So now, once you create the data, now the next task, you need to send it to your specific destination. When you perform for forwarding your data, you will come to layer 4, which is a transport layer. When we say transport layer, do not think that your data will be transferring from layer 4. No, your data always moving from your physical layer via cable, via media. So the purpose of the transport layer to make sure that there is no block or the path from your source to destination are perfect. There is no roadblock in between. So how a layer 4 can function? Think that you create a data and your data is ready in a box. Now you need to send your data to your destination. So in generally, we're gonna do by sending through a person or by a courier, or there are many possibilities. In networking, let us see how the data can flow from one point to another point. So by going through layer 7, 6, 5, we just say that we create a data. Now from layer 4, every transactions in a networking environment will be happening through protocols. We will be going to learn a few new names. Protocols. So what is protocols? The protocols is nothing but a set of rules and regulations. So every transactions have their own rules and regulations, which means it has its own protocols. The protocols are 2 raised to 16, which is 65, 5, 35. So what is 2 raised to 16? Again, from the networking world, everything we're going to talk in terms of bits. So 0 is 1 bits. So when I say 1 bits, it may be 0 or 1 or the combination. So if I have a 4 bits, like maybe 0, 0, 0, 0, or the combination anything up to 1, 1, 1, 1, or 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, something like this. So if you have a 4 bits, a combination of 4 bits, then you can say 1 nibble. 1 nibble is the combination of 4 bits. Like if you have a 4 more bits extra, like you have 8 bits, then we're gonna say that the 8 bits called 1 bytes. Or even you can say 2 nibbles, but 1 bytes is a 4 or 8 bits combination. Now we will go back to the 1024 combination. 1024 bytes is equal to 1 KB, kilobytes. Then everything in terms of 1024, like 1024 KB equal to 1 MB, megabits. So we will be talking about, so here we can see that. So let's say 4 bits is 1 nibble, 8 bytes is, or 8 bits is 1 byte or 1 octet. Then we go everything with 1024 from KB to MB, MB to GB, then TB, likewise. So if you have any data, when you're transferring from any device in between, this will go in the form of bits, either 0 or 1. When your bits value will be incremented, it would be go in terms of bytes, KB, MB until the last values. So we're coming, this is just an idea. We are discussing about bit. So we'll go back and discuss about. So let's say 2. Why we say 2? Because when we're talking about binary means when like a 0 or 1. We have a 2-digit total. Therefore, the base of binary called 2. Then we have a number from 0 to 7, which we also say octet. Then the base of the octet, we call it as 8. Then we have a next concept called decimal, which means the number from 0 to 9. Any combination from 0 to 9 will be considered as a decimal, which is total 10 numbers. So we call it as a base 10. Then we have hexadecimal. Hexadecimal means starting from 0 to 9 plus 8 to F, which is total 16. So the base is called 16. So when you have binary values like 0 or 1, and when you're talking about binary, then the base must be 2. If I'm writing like a 2 raised to 2, which means I have a 2 bits, or 2 numbers. So 2, you need to calculate 2 times, which is 2 into 2s are 4. When I say 2 raised to 3, which means you have value 3 times, 1, 2, 3, which is 2 to the power of 3 times, which is called 8. We have in-depth session to talk about, and the practical oriented session to know how we can write the binary, which will be leads to your decimal values. Because when we talk about IPv4 address, we have to come across all these values. Now we are going back to our topic. We said that protocols is a set of rules, and everything in networking world that we're talking about based on binary values. The protocol would be 16 bits, which means it would be from 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 until 16th zeros. Let's say, for example, I'm going to start from 0 until the 16 value, like a 0, 1, 2, 3, and it will be go up to 1, the maximum 1 until 16. So any combination in between these would be one of the protocol values. How to define the value in between this, we'll learn later. So when I say 16-bit means the bits, which means binary. When I say binary, the base is 2. So you're going to write 2 raised to 16. When I say 2 raised to 16, we need to calculate 2 into 16 times. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into up to 16. So when you calculate up to 16, your output would be 65,535. Like for example, if I'm writing 2 raised to 4, which means I'm writing 2 to the 4 times. What would be the value? 2 into 2, 4. 4 into 2, 8. 8 into 2, 16. It's a multiplying. The same way, when I say 2 raised to 16 means the outcome would be 65,535. Okay. So let's say this 65,535 protocols. Example, HTTP is one of the protocol. DNS, another protocol. SMTP, and there are many. The many, which means somehow up to 65,535. And every protocols having port number. Example, your HTTP protocols having a port number called 80. Your DNS protocol port number would be 53. Why do we need both protocols and port number? Let's say, think about the protocol is equal to your vehicle. The port number is equal to your route. You're standing here, you need to go to far away, to this place. You have bike. You have jeep. You have car. So this bike or cycle, jeep, car are the protocols. To go via motorcycle, you need to have a path, two-wheeler path. To go via jeep or car, you need another path. Or even you can go via train, require another path. Or you can go via flight, you need another path. So the path you cannot mix. You cannot go bicycle via jeep or vice versa. It has its own path. So the road or the path, which we say as a port number. If you wanted to send some of your queries to your destination by using HTTP protocol. Why do we need to use HTTP protocol? Keep in mind, you cannot send anything without protocol. Whatever you are sending from anywhere to anywhere, that will go via protocols. And we are not going to bother about it. It's auto process. If you are sending something via HTTP, then it must take the port number called 80. If you're sending something via FTP, which means File Transfer Protocol, it will go via port number 21. Or if you need a NTP services, timing, to synchronize the centralized time, you need a protocol NTP, and it has its own port number, maybe 123. Which means every services required port number and protocol to carry your services from any point to any point. So coming back to our discussion, we set layer 7 to layer 6, layer 5, layer 4, 3. Every layer have protocols. Every individual layer have their own protocols. We just discussed about layer 7, 6, 5, all together, we call it as application layer, okay? So mixed with this, there are some protocols located in application layer, example, HTTP, FTP, like say DHCP. DHCP is nothing but to provide IP address to your client. Now, think that you create a data. Your data is ready. Based on what application that you use to create a data, the respective protocol will take care about it. Example, you create a data with HTML content or web-based. That data will go via HTTP. Okay. Now, by using these 3 layers, your achievements that you just create data, that's it. Your data is packed and ready in your table. Now you're coming back to layer 4. You need to come down until layer 1 to transfer your data. So in the layer 4, again, the data which you created will need to go via layer 4. So from the layer 4, there are 2 protocols mainly, which is called TCP or UDP. There are many more protocols in layer 4. Do not think that it's as only TCP and UDP. No, there are many. We mainly considered or discussed about TCP or UDP. Why we need to talk about this? Let's say you create a data in the application layer, and from the application layer, the respective protocol will taking care about it. Like you as an employee, you have a team leader. You created something with your own achievement. You forwarded to your team leader. The team leader is your protocol. It is coming to layer 4, to the team leader manager. Consider you created as a data cannot go out by yourself. You have a mini set of levels. You forwarded to your team leader, which is your protocol. It is coming to layer 4, which means it's going to the manager cabin. Now, some protocols, we required TCP to go out, and some protocols required UDP to go out. And they are already listed. We can discuss something now. If you're sending something via HTTP, this will go via always TCP. If you have a DHCP services, or let's say TFTP, for sending larger files, will go via UDP. So we take a discussion about HTTP. So your HTTP content coming down towards to the layer 4. From the layer 4, the HTTP will be binded, or the HTTP traffic will be joined to TCP. Okay, now you can say TCP, come HTTP. Okay, which means your email goes to your manager. Now onwards, you are moved away, or you cannot have any visibility. Your manager will be taken about it all. So now, when you have your TCP joined your HTTP content, there are some more activities from the transport layer to make sure there is no roadblock until your destination. And there are few. We will list about it. Then, from the transport layer, some services are using TCP and some are from UDP. And there are major difference between them. We'll list it 2, 3 now, which is again theory based in an easy way. Let's say one of the transport layer functionality called segmentation, which is more important. We will discuss only which are more important here. Segmentation. So what is segmentation? The data which you created in the application layer will not come as a complete piece. It will be made into several pieces. Like for example, you create a data, hi, hello. This is your data you created in the application layer. When coming into transport layer, your data cut into multiple pieces. Example, your data coming in hi, one piece, hello, another piece. So it comes with the 2 pieces. So your entire data which you created from the application layer will be converted into a multiple pieces called segmentation. Now, when you made a multiple pieces as a data, we'll add another topic here. Let me know if you're getting confused anywhere, called the PDU. Protocol Data Unit, which means you just create a data, that's it. Once you create a data, let's say the application layer protocol will be added into your data. Once the respective layer protocol added into your data, what could be the outcome? What could be the name? The name is called the PDU. In application layer, presentation layer, and session layer. When you add a respective layer information into your data, the outcome we call it as a data, or the PDU of the application presentation session called as a data. Now, this will be coming to your layer 4. Let's say, hi, house is your data. The hi will come individually and the how will come individually. In shortly, what you need to understand, the whole amount of data which you created will be coming down with the multiple pieces. Then the hi contain the HTTP info, the how contain HTTP info. From the layer 4, it will be added the layer 4 content or the layer 4 protocol. What is layer 4 protocol? TCP. Once the layer 4 content or the protocol added into a received data, the PDU of the layer 4 called a segment. So from the layer 4, we will never say data, we will say segment. So we received the 2 segments. So the segment will be including your data. So it's how it would be in a simple way. Layer 7, layer 6, layer 5. then layer 4, then layer 3, then layer 2. Here you create a data. Plus you added application layer protocol, which we call it as HTTP. Example. Then let's say this is the PDU. So application presentation session layer PDU called data. Okay. Now this will come to your layer 4. The layer 4, your data will come. Then the TCP will add into your received data. Or you can say, example, this is the content, whole content. The whole content will come to the layer 4. What is the whole content? Data plus HTTP, example. Then plus what will be add? The TCP will add into your received data. What will called? Once you received into a layer 4, we call it as segment. Now from layer 3, we will call segment, because the layer 4, once added TCP, which considered as a segment, will push into layer 3. From the layer 3, we will add IP, because IP address located in layer 3. When the IP address is added into your received segment from layer 3, we call it as a packet. So the PD of layer 3 called packet. Then from layer 2, the layer 3 will push the received or the made packet from layer 3 will be into a layer 2. From the layer 2, it will add MAC address, because MAC address located in layer 2. Then we call it as frame. மச்சா நாம கிரியேட் பண்ண டேட்டா, அது எந்த டேட்டா இருக்கலாம். நாம என்ன டேட்டா கிரியேட் பண்ணியோ அந்த டேட்டாக்கு ஈக்குவலா ஒரு புரோட்டோகால் ஆட் பண்ணணும். அது நாம பண்ண வேண்டிய தேவையில்லை, சிஸ்டம் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கலா பண்ணுவோம். லேயர் 7, லேயர் 6, லேயர் 5ல நாம என்ன டேட்டா கிரியேட் பண்ணியோ அதுக்கு ஈக்குவலண்டா புரோட்டோகால் ஆட் பண்ணுவோம். எக்ஸாம்பிள், நம்ம ஒரு டைம் சிங்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தா NTP ஆட் பண்ணுவோம். ஓகேவா? ஒரு இமெயில் சென்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தா SMTP ஆட் பண்ணுவோம். இமெயில் சர்வர் ரெஸ்பெக்டிவ் ஒரு புரோட்டோகால் ஆட் பண்ணி ஆச்சுன்னு வெச்சுக்கோ. அது
போர்ட் நம்பர் 80.
எஸ். HTTP port number 80. அது நமக்கு ரெண்டுமே சொல்லலாம். Either they will add a port number or they will add a protocol. Both are equal. எதை இருந்தாலும் நாம என்ன கிரியேட் பண்ணிருந்தோ அதுக்கு ஈக்குவலண்டா ஒரு புரோட்டோகால் தேவை.
It's IP plus
IP வரல, IPக்கு முன்னாடி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டாஸ்க் இது புரோட்டோகால் தேவை.
ஓகே.
HTTP நம்ம அப்ளிகேஷன்ல எழுதிருப்போம்.
Difference between HTTP and HTTPS என்ன டிஃபரன்ஸ்?
HTTPS is a secured. Some systems require a security, so then it goes
so
always by
bank sector and
yes HTTPS. Then HTTPS add பண்ணி ஒரு HTTP respective application layer protocol add பண்ணி இருந்தா அதுக்கு பேர் வந்து data, this called PDU. அப்படி அது layer 4ல வருவா. layer 4ல வந்து TCP add பண்ணும். எதுக்கு TCP add பண்ணோம்? HTTP தனியா டிராவல் பண்ணாது, அதுக்கு TCP தேவை. அப்ப HTTP வந்து TCP கூட ஜாயின் பண்ணுவோம். அப்படி ஜாயின் பண்ணியாச்சுன்னு வெச்சுக்கோ, அதுக்கு பேரு வந்து செக்மெண்ட். அப்ப செக்மெண்ட்னு கேட்டா அப்ப we need to think that layer 4.
So and the segment considers segment, it's a packet of data, HTTP and the TCP.
Yes. Once the segment is ready, we need an IP address for the destination people. Without knowing the destination IP, we cannot send anything. So who will be help us to get the IP, which is a layer 3 network layer?
Data.
So the TCP and the remaining data will goes to layer 3 to get the IP address. So in shortly, when layer 4 sending to layer 3, we call it as a segment goes. And from the network layer, segment plus, it will be identify what IP that it has.
So that
Then it will be add the IP address. There are huge process. If the destination or if the sender does not know the IP, what will happen? It's a completely different topic. We'll be learn in depth. But here,
packet
in as a conclude, when it comes to the layer 3 will add the IP. If it does not know the IP, it's a different process altogether. We will learn later. But from the layer 3, the achievement of the layer 3 or the task of the layer 3 to identify the IP. Once the IP identified from the layer 3, then we call it as a packet. Even that is not enough to send the data to your respective destination. It also requires a MAC address. Why do we need a MAC address? We will learn later. But from the layer 2, it will add the MAC address. Because now we are understanding the OSI layer concept. We are not going to talk about individual protocol details. We just filling the outline of the OSI. So you need to know that when the MAC address is added to your received packet, then we call it as a frame. So when I say frame, you need to know that it has a MAC and it is in the layer 2. When I say packet, you need to say that it has IP and it is from the layer 3. When I say segment, you need to think that yes, it has a TCP and it is from layer 4. This is the idea behind. Because throughout the session and in the reality, when we do some troubleshooting or when we talk to some other network engineer, we will say that where is the issue? We say that layer 3 or layer 4 or layer 2. So you need to know what does it mean that when we say IP address related queries, it's a packet. When we say MAC address related query, it's a layer 2. And keep in mind, this is not is the final word of everything. No, this is just the initial stage. We will be adding few topic into every layer on a later stage on an upcoming session. So do not think that the previous session was wrong. No, in the previous session, we added only few. And we are putting a few more topic into every layer on upcoming sessions. So whenever we adding few more into an upcoming sessions, which means the previous session, yes, it's correct. And plus we are adding few more because we cannot fill it everything in one shot. You and myself will get confused. Okay, so by going through today's session, the outcome or the achievement that there are 7 layers. Every layer has its own protocol, its own task. So when you say layer 765 is completed, which means your data is created, your data is ready in your table, just need to send it. When you say send it, you need again certain task in between, which is called layer 4 to check about the TCP. When you have a TCP, then we call it as a segment. Then it required an IP address like address. In the courier, outside of the your gift, you need to put the address, the name, country, location, PO box, mobile number, whatever it is. So in networking world, we're going to say that IP address. The receiver IP, sender IP, like a from and to address. So when you add your IP address, then we call it as a packet is ready. Then again, you need a MAC address. When you add a MAC address, then you can say that the frame is ready. Once everything is ready from the layer 1 via media, either via physical, like RJ45 copper fiber cable, or via wireless, like a 3G, 4G, FOMA, HSPA, HSPA plus. There are many wireless technologies. Either of the way, like either physical or either wired or wireless, in any media, the data has to travel in the form of 0 or 1. Clear? புரிஞ்சுதா மச்சா? ஒரு ஐடியா கிடைச்சதா? இதுக்குள்ள we will be adding many topic in upcoming sessions, but your base must be clear. What is layer 4? What is layer 3? What is layer 2? Throughout the session, we will talk about layer 3, which is routing via router. Okay, and layer 2, which is layer 2, which is switching. what is our majority of the CCNA topic? Routing and switching, which is layer 2 and layer 3. When we have something from security, we'll reach to the upper layer, because the security is mainly focused on the upper session. Data level security, system level security, network level security. There are many waves. When I say network level security, it's a layer 3. So, or data level security is upper layer. Clear? Any doubt? I know it's like a messy topic, but it will take time to digest process. Hope you have cleared the topic today. Inshallah.
Stop me, huh?
So this is the first session of today about OSI layer and the concept about each layer. Hope you understood, inshallah. We'll catch you on an upcoming session. Thank you. Have a good day from CML Infotech.